And welcome back into the Battle of Waterloo 2013. Jamie Vaskey, Roger Reed back with you here as we're getting set for round number 2, the semifinal round in Pool C, as the West Delaware Hawks will be taking on Charles City. A very good evening to you, everybody. Thanks for tuning us back in on KMCH.com tonight, and all this coverage of the Battle of Waterloo brought to you by our great sponsors. I'd like to thank Gavilan Grain, who's proud to support all the area wrestlers. They understand all the hard work and dedication in the classroom and on the mat. Best of luck to all area wrestlers and coaches and staff on a successful wrestling season from Gavilan Grain, your marketing grain experts with locations in Masonville and Dubuque. And just like a great coach, State Farm agents like Julie Smith can help you develop a game plan for your health insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, State Farm Julie Smith Agency. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester. Wapsie Valley Creamery is a family-owned business dedicated to serving family-owned dairy farms in northeast Iowa, northwest Illinois, and southwest Wisconsin since 1906. Good luck to all the area wrestlers and coaching staff from Wapsie Valley Creamery Incorporated and Independence, partners in excellence. And East Buchanan Telephone Cooperative in Winthrop are proud to support the East Buchanan athletes and all area wrestlers for continued success this wrestling season. East Buchanan Telephone Cooperative, your total communication source in Winthrop. Let's run down what we've got for you here. West Delaware was a 66-12 winner over OABCIG in the first round. They will take on Charles City, who defeated Clear Lake 33-30. We'll have to get our dual meet sheet out from last week because the Hawks and Comets wrestled each other at the Cedar Rapids Extravaganza. Alburnett snuck one out from Indianola, 36-28, came down to the last match. And the Pirates get the win there over Indianola. They will now take on Davenport Assumption, who was a 60-16 winner against Waterloo West in their first round. So it'll be Alburnett and Davenport Assumption. In Pool D, Pleasant Valley with a bye in the first round. They'll take on Cedar Falls, who defeated Woodbury Central 42-26. Union was a 63-12 winner over ADM Adel. They will take on Valley West Des Moines, who defeated Waterloo Columbus Catholic 67-9. Let's take a look back at action from earlier today as Crestwood Waverly Shellrock winning Pool A, the Gadsden Allen Pool, as they defeated Iowa City West in the championship 48-18. Second place was Iowa City West. Third place was Mason City. Fourth place Don Bosco. Fifth place was New Hampton, and Waterloo East finished in sixth. Western and Dubuque and Marshalltown will both be back tomorrow, so I'm not sure how they pick a winner there because neither team was here today due to the bad weather. So the Bobcats, I got an email from Coach Cleary earlier today. They will be back here tomorrow for that early session, and they're going to start that late session earlier, as they will start that at 2:30 as opposed to the regular 4 o'clock time. So what they do is they take all the teams that get first place, pair them up together, and wrestle a round robin tomorrow. All the teams that got second place and will wrestle second place. Teams at third place will wrestle third place, and so forth. So Independence, who was in Pool B, finished in third place. They will wrestle against Mason City and the two third place finishers from here tonight. Crestwood won Pool B as they defeated Osage 40-36 in the championship match. So Osage is second. Independence is third. They defeated North Scott 42-30. Independence also knocked off Nashua Plainfield today 51-30 before losing to Crestwood 32-30 and then defeating North Scott. Fifth place was Denver Tripola as they defeated Nashua Plainfield 40-30. Nashua finishes in sixth place, and Iowa City High finishes in seventh place. So that's where we're at. The Hawks will take on Charles City again this week, as last week the Hawks wrestled Charles City and defeated the Comets in that dual meet. The final in that one was 39-29. Some close matches in there with the Hawks and the Comets, so I'm sure we'll see similar duel here tonight, Roger.
Well, you're exactly right, Jamie, and I look for Charles City to move a couple of their people around. They've got plenty of depth in their lineup, and we may see some matches that we did not see last week, and we may see some that we did see last week. We started that meet last week at 138, where Bo Vaskey took on Wyatt Forsyth, and Charles City started with a 16-6 major decision. So We're going to start with weight class 220. Tonight, Will Winger will take on A.J. Malloy. And let's take that out. Will Winger lost 9-1 to the freshman. So Will Winger will have his work cut out for him there, Mr. Jamie Vaskey. And it's important that the Hawks get out to a fast start here. So Will Winger, knowing his opponent, probably wrestling before, we'll see if Coach David Williams plays some switcheroo with his lineup.
Well, I tell you what, Will Winger, and he looked a little flat in that match. I thought Will could have wrestled a little better in that match against A.J. Malloy. So he's definitely going to have another chance right here in this duel here tonight against Charles City. So we're getting set. 6:45 was the time they said they were going to start. At 6:47, we are ready for wrestling. They're doing the final announcements, and I'll tell you what, to speed things along, I mean,
yeah, they could
eliminate.
They could eat up a lot of time here. They could save a lot of time, but they're making a pageantry about it, and this is a big time tournament, and they're doing it right. Jamie, over on mat number whatever that is to our far left, we have number 1 in 1A Alburnett taking on number 1 in 2A Davenport Sunshine.
Mat 7.
On mat 7, we have, and people have wanted this for a long time. You don't see it in the state duels in Des Moines, but you've got it here tonight. You've got top-ranked Alburnett in Class 1A taking on top-ranked Davenport Assumption 2A. Assumption put a hurt on Waterloo West. West jumped out to a 16-0 lead, and that was all the points they scored. So we'll see if Alburnett's got enough firepower. We've seen the Assumption Knights a couple times. They've got a lot of firepower, and depending on where they move their people around, that could be a very, very interesting duel. And a big challenge for Alburnett. They're looking for challenges, and that's why they're here. That's why they went to the 5-season duels last week, and we'll see if they'll be up to the challenge. We'll see if the West Delaware Hawks are up to the challenge here. I do not see Will Winger coming out to the mat here, Jamie.
Well, I see Colin Weber is over there with his warm-up off, just his shorts, and you can see his singlet over there. So we'll see what the Hawks are going to do here.
Well, again, Coach Voss knows his wrestlers, and he's going to look for some good matches here, and we'll see what happens. Again, we'll have to check the scoreboard. It is not posted yet on the scoreboard for us to look at. We'll see this just in a minute.
Colin Weber.
Colin Weber for the West Delaware Hawks. And let's check out.
He wrestled good last week.
He wrestled real good last week.
We saw him get a couple falls for the West Delaware JV against varsity competition. So we'll see how he does here.
And he's a sophomore, so he's a sophomore taking on a freshman. This A.J. Malloy from Charles City, he's tough. There's nothing flashy about him. He's not big by anybody's standards, but he's very, very basic. And Coach Voss stepping over to the scoreboard, and I think going to make sure to get the right people on the scorecard. And they're doing a nice job this year, Jamie. They've got that posted up in the middle for us, so we can. They used to have the banners hanging mat side, and you had to really hunt and look for who was wrestling who. And they've got it posted on the big scoreboard right in front of us, so we can kind of tell. We can kind of tell who's wrestling who at this point. Well, West Delaware got out to a fast start in that first duel against OA-BCIG, so they're going to have to do it again here. Again, 39-29 last week, but at weight class 120, Charles City has a very, very good Johnny Etherington. He did not wrestle last week. So Logan Riley wrestled Dakota Vance and won by a fall. So we'll see what Coach Dave Williams has set tonight for the West Delaware Hawks in this semifinal round, Pool C. There are 4 pools of 8, 32 teams here. And here we go. Colin Weber, like you said, Jamie, wrestled a very, very good tournament last week. I think he was 2-2 or 3-1 or something. He wrestled very, very well last week. All right, there's the whistle. And we are underway. Weight class 220. Started at weight class 195 in that first duel. We'll move up one each time. So the final duel will start with 285. Colin Weber, taller than A.J. Malloy by about a half a head. A.J. Malloy, very short, stocky, very powerful looking. Colin Weber doing a nice job. Doing a nice job so far. There's an underhook on the right side by Colin Weber and an overhook by Malloy. Now Malloy with the retie. And Colin Weber reaches up and picks that collar tie off. Now 2-on-1 Russian tie, cross knee pick by Weber. He's got Malloy down on the mat for a 2-point takedown. I'll tell you what, that's a great start there, Jamie. He had that 2-on-1, and he just reached in and snatched that single and drove Malloy across it, and that's a great start.
That is, and especially for Colin Weber coming in here and doing a great job of starting the Hawks off, getting that takedown, and now he's just got to work. He's going to give up a 1-point escape here, but got to continue to go to work here. He looked good on his feet with that first takedown. Just got to go back to that.
Yeah, he gave up that 1-point escape. The other thing he did, he held Malloy up too long, and he gave up a stalling. You got 5 seconds to take your opponent back down to the mat, and he did not. So not only did he give up a point to Malloy, he gave up that stalling warning. 25 seconds left to go. Malloy on the stalk, and Weber doing a nice job controlling the head. Weber in on a long double. I'm not sure that's the shot that Coach Voss wanted, but he's staying in a good position. Malloy now trying to front headlock on Weber. Weber back to his feet, 8 seconds, backs out of it. That's a nice job. He could have got himself in a lot of trouble right there with that straight-in shot, straight-in double shot to Malloy, and the first period's going to be over. That's a solid period by the sophomore from West Delaware.
And if you're looking at it here for the Hawks, if Weber can continue to wrestle well here, he's got to keep going. And you gave up a major decision in this match last week. So if you're Colin Weber and you can get out of here with just a regular decision or a win, that's already a good point swing for the Hawks.
Yeah, Weber tries to back trip Malloy, and he does. Now a half Nelson. Shoot that half Nelson in there, Colin Weber. Malloy goes belly down, and he misses the half Nelson. Great opportunity for a half Nelson by Colin Weber, and he missed it. But I'll tell you what, he's got Malloy belly down on the mat. He's applying a lot of pressure. Hard crossface now from left to right. And Malloy's peeling that crossface off. I like what Weber's doing right now. He's up on top. He's riding that crossface from left to right, trying to get that right elbow across the face of Malloy. Now he jumps off to the left side. Boy, he's cranking it. Got an inside wrist now on the left. And I like what he's doing, Jamie. He's keeping his pressure forward, keeping his weight off his knees, and boy, hard crossface again. Our referee's going to tell him to watch that. He came from North Waterloo with that crossface, right across the bridge of Malloy's nose, and off the edge of the mat they go. Boy, nice job right there by Weber. Not giving up any points on the edge of the mat. Assumption up 6-3 on Alburnett. No, that's all right. That's the match score. 6-3, Assumption up. There's Malloy trying to roll Weber. Weber doing a nice job staying perpendicular to him, not getting rolled. That's for Colin Weber right here, Jamie. You got to go to work because you've been warned for stalling. You got to work that pinning combination off the edge they go.
And he's got 39 seconds here left to go in this second period. So, like you said, he's got to get out to the side and start working some things here because you've already got that stalling warning, as you mentioned, and you don't want to give up another one here and give him a free point. Nice job. He picked the ankle, brought him back down to the mat, but he's got to get out to the side and work because he's riding parallel right now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He's trying to work that power half Nelson, and Malloy doing a big push-up, and there's Weber. Gets a little bit sloppy, tries to go far knee, far ankle, and he bumps Malloy, and Malloy's going to pick up a 1-point escape. He didn't get a hold of the ankle as he bumped him, and now we're back to neutral with 13 seconds. For Colin Weber, you got to just be patient here, and he takes a dive in. That's not what the coach wanted there, Jamie. Well, he gave up a 2-point takedown with 7 seconds left, and now he's got to go to the third period, and he's down 4-2.
Well, we've talked about that in the past. You know, you really got to come in here and not give up those late period points, because they can really come back to hurt you.
And that's just a little bit of inexperience. And Coach Voss over there, you know, you got a sophomore out there that doesn't have a lot of varsity wrestling experience, and he's trying to get the job done against a really good freshman from Charles City. 1:45 left to go. Malloy has an inside wrist on the right side of Weber, and Weber's got to be careful here. He's got his right shoulder posted. Don't want to give up a half Nelson here. He's got to work his base up. Now they're chicken wing by Malloy. Malloy's got a chicken wing on Weber, and he's going to try to circle to the right side of Weber, and Weber's going to get up to his side. He's got to go belly down again. Malloy's got Weber tilted, and no points there. We're going to get potentially dangerous, saved by the whistle. Boy, Colin Weber's got to get going. Too much sitting around, Jamie, and then you get yourself in trouble with those types of things.
Yeah, and you know, he's only down by 2 points, so he's got to come up, get up to his feet, get an escape first, and then start going to work here a little bit on his feet. But right now he's flat on his stomach.
Yeah, that's a bad place to be, because Malloy is very tough working those bars and wings and inside wrists. And right now it looks like he's got a chicken wing on the left side. He's got a chicken wing on the left side of Weber, and he's going to try to crank. He's going to try to crank Weber. And Weber's got to go belly down. Got to be real careful here. Malloy's going to go on top of Weber. This could be a fall right here. And there's a fall right there. You can just kind of see that coming, Jamie. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. He let A.J. Malloy control that wing and circled around the head, snapped him back, and that's not the way you wanted to start it. Colin Weber in good shape till the end of that second period, then he gave up to 2. Maybe you're thinking going to your feet that third period, but see what happens. Well, we've got Richie Heverin. He's got to even this thing out. And he'll be taking on Tyler. This is not Tyler Griffin. Let's check out. This is Tupi. This is Brody Tupi. He's a sophomore. And Tupi did not wrestle Heverin last time. There's a single by Heverin. He's in deep on it. And a sag by Tupi. Tupi's a sophomore. Now Heverin with the front headlock on Tupi. He's going to pick up that near ankle and drive Tupi to his base and pick up 2. That's a good series. Good series by the senior heavyweight. He's going to try to notch this thing up here. Taking on Brody Tupi. And again, our first 2 matches have had different combinations than we saw in that last dual meet. There's a half Nelson by Heverin on the right side. And Tupi quickly pulled that half Nelson off. And there's Heverin. He's got that left arm of Tupi tucked underneath, and he's driving. He's going to post that shoulder. There's a half Nelson. Get out and drive it, Richie. And he let that arm go too soon. Needed to get Tupi going just a little bit more to his back. I like what he's doing so far, Jamie. Good takedown, a lot of pressure, working some pinning combinations. And now Tupi up to all 4s. And Richie's going to reach back, grab that ankle, and flatten Tupi back out. 36 seconds left to go. Maybe a power half Nelson by Heverin. Tupi belly down, just blocking off Heverin from that half Nelson. Trying to work up power half Nelson on the left side. Now a half Nelson on the right side. He's got an inside wrist on the right now. He's going to try to drive Tupi. And Tupi again peels the half out, looks away. 14 seconds left to go. Weight class 285. Colin Weber losing by a fall. There's a nice drive by Heverin. Let's see if we can get Tupi to his back. And time's going to run out. Boy, that was a nice drive right there. And just ran out of time. Had Tupi going to his back. And Richie's going to defer over to Tupi. Again, Jamie, if you're Richie Heverin here, you want to keep doing the same thing. Don't tie up. Don't do anything that you can get yourself thrown to your back. Continue working that heavy on the head.
Yeah, you do, and you know he did a good job in that first period. Now you just got to get back and do what he likes to do. Not that.
And I shouldn't have. There's a headlock, Jamie, by Brody Tupee, and he's got Richie Heverin on his back, and that's just exactly what you didn't want to do. There's a fall by Tupee. There's 2 matches. That's a 12-point. The Hawks have some work to do. Headlock by Brody Tupee, and you could just see that coming. He got up on top, threw that headlock, and Richie Heverin didn't quite know what to do here. Well, the Hawks gave up 6 here last time with a forfeit to Charles City. Got Austin Howell taking the mat again, and let's see if he's going to take on Nate Lasher, which is a freshman. Howell and Lasher, so you got freshman against freshman. So Charles City jumping out to a quick 12-0 lead, so the West Delaware Hawks have some work to do to get back into this. And you know, you kind of knew Coach Williams would move his lineup around from last weekend, and so far it's paid off. Austin Howell a little tentative here than he was that first duel. There's a single by Lasher. And he switches off to a fireman's carry, and he's got Howell on his back. And he's picking up some back points, and Howell quickly rolls over to his belly. Lasher grabs that right arm, hooks a chicken wing up with it. Now he's going to go inside wrist. Chicken wing on the right, inside wrist on the left. And Austin Howell right now could be going right back to his back with 1:12 left to go. And he's giving up some back points right here. Not going to get pinned, I don't think, because Lasher, he doesn't quite have that wing real tight, but he got enough to get a 3-point near fall, 2-point near fall, making the score 7-0. And a half Nelson now by Lasher. 2 freshmen. Howell is a little bit more tentative this match than he was that first match, so he's got to get back on the offensive. 6-0 in favor of the Assumption Knights over Alburnett after weight class 220. Half Nelson now by Lasher. He's got Howell to his back. Could be a fall. 25 seconds left to go. He's got that half in deep. He's trying to go chest to chest on Howell. And this could be another fall. There's a fall right there, Jamie Vasky. And boy, I'll tell you what, Patrick Woods has to stop the bleeding here. 3 matches, 3 falls by the Charles City Comets. And I'm telling you what, we've talked about the pin bug before. When that gets started, it's hard to stop.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, you've got to try to stop it here if you're Patrick Woods and get something going.
And Patrick Woods at 120 should be at 113 taking on Austin Stout. Check it out. Woods is taking on Stout. Last time these two wrestled, let's check it out. Last time these two wrestled at 113, it was a fall in 103 by Patrick Woods.
He's out with a quick takedown, so you'd like to see him coming out here for the Hawks.
Well, the Hawks need to get the momentum back on their side. Woods with a hard, tight waist. Again, you know what Charles City's trying to do. They're just coming out and trying to get the fall and trying to keep from being pinned. And Patrick Woods back to work on a tight waist with his left. He's trying to set up a chicken wing with his right. And Austin Stout, he's a sophomore. He's being all defensive right now. Basing out. Hands posted out in front. Not letting Patrick Woods tie anything up. But Patrick's going to stack him up. Now he's got a chicken wing loaded up on the left side. He's got a tight waist with his right. See if he can reach up and grab that. See if he can reach up and grab that inside wrist. Stout's giving him an inside wrist if he wants to take it, as he's posting with it on his right side. Woods is going to try to tilt him. And Stout very defensive. 38 seconds left to go. Our dual meet score is 18-0. The Hawks find themselves in the deepest hole they've been in all year to a very scrappy Charles City team. Now a double chicken wing here by Woods. He's going to crank Stout over with it. Let's see if he can get the fall. He's got Stout on his back. Could be a fall right there. Referee down looking close. Patrick Woods has to get that left hip. Now he's going to sit through. He's going to get that left hip down. We saw him in this last week as he had it very, very tight. That could be a fall right there. There's the fall. 155. Patrick Woods will get the Hawks on the board. And that'll stop the bleeding there. It's 18-6. And let's see if Charles City sends Johnny Etherington out to the mat. He did not wrestle last week. So we'll check our scoreboard out in front of us. Riley and Etherington. So he's ranked number 7. So tough match here for Logan Riley. He's been wrestling very well as of late, so we'll see if he's up to the challenge here. We'll see if he's up to the challenge to battle this number 7 Etherington from Charles City. Standing butcher by Etherington, and Riley backs out of it. There's a low single by Etherington, and he's going to cover the hips of Riley and pick up a 2-point takedown. Riley's going to try to get right back to his feet. Going to get right back to his feet. And there he does. Now he's working some hand control. We'll see if Etherington cuts him loose. Etherington's trying to get him off the edge of the mat, and he does. And we've got to go back to the center. It's by Logan Riley. And standing in the wings, I do not see Sammy Phillips. So we'll see what's going on with the Hawks lineup here. We see Zach Meyer standing in the wings, and we'll see what the Hawks will send out to the mat at weight class 126. Crossbody ride now by Etherington. Nice job by Riley. Kicks the leg free. Tries to come to a short sit. Doesn't clear his hips. And a tight waist by Etherington with the left. There's a head lever by Etherington. Riley gets back to his feet. Now a cradle by Etherington. He's got it locked up far side cradle. He's got it locked up tight. 38 seconds left to go, and he's going to take Riley to his back, and Riley's going to kick out of it, but he's going to give up a 2-point near fall. Score now 4-0 in favor of number 7 Etherington from Charles City. If you're just joining us, this is the Battle of Waterloo. Number 4 started 4 years ago. 4 years already. It's turned into quite a tournament where they've got a waiting line for teams that would like to come. Teams from all over the state of Iowa, as far as in the southeast corner is Pleasant Valley, and as far northwest as Odebolt, Arthur, Battle Creek, Ida Grove. It's a statewide tournament, all settling in on Waterloo. 3 seconds left. Etherington up 4-0. And it's going to be Etherington's choice. He's going to defer. He's going to choose down. He's going to choose down. There's the set, second set. There's the whistle. Stand up by Etherington. Inside stand up. Riley tries to pick him up. Again, very tall, lean Etherington. Pretty hard to get your hips underneath. And during that stand-up flurry, Riley takes an elbow to the nose, and he's got to go over to the corner.
And while he goes to the corner, let's do a run around the mats here. As Clear Lake leads OABCIG 40-6. Assumption leads Alburnett 12-0 right now. Over in the consolation match, Waterloo West leads 12-9 over Indianola. ADM Adele with a 27-4 lead over Columbus Catholic right now. It's tied up 3-3 with Union and Valley West Des Moines. And Cedar Falls leads Pleasant Valley 11-9. And that weight is at 120 pounds. Majority of them right kind of around the same area. I've got a few of them that are at 120. The Alburnett Assumption duel only at 106. So we could either have a West Delaware versus Assumption matchup or West Delaware versus Alburnett. So we'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens. And Etherington has Riley in a cradle, and Riley is on his back fighting hard out of it. I'll tell you what, Riley has got to fight like crazy to get out of that as Etherington has it locked up on the edge of the mat. Etherington still with it locked up and off the edge. Saved by the whistle one more time and saved by the edge of the mat. 10-0 now, so Etherington working on a major decision. So getting the job done, number 7 ranked Etherington, as Riley's got to go back to the corner and get a new piece of cotton. He's going to get a new piece of cotton in that nose. And Jamie, the Hawks have come out of battles like this before. I'll tell you what, Riley cannot go down by 6 here. That'd be 24-6. That'd be an 18. That's 3 pins in a row coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
And Charles City has some good wrestlers coming up yet.
Yeah, they do. So it'll be tough to see what happens here going forward here for the Hawks. As you know, at this point, looking at the weight matchups, the Hawks lost by a major decision at 220 last time. They got pinned today. They won by heavyweight. That's a 12-point swing right there. Won by fall tonight. They lost by fall. About the same at 106. So really, the Hawks have given up. Let's see, 12 and 14-point swing they've given up here. So, and that's the difference in the dual meet last week.
Yeah, that was only a 10-point win by the Hawks. And Etherington right now is working on a major decision. Last time they wrestled, Riley won by a fall. So they're working on a 10-point, another 10-point swing in this match. So huge match here. 32 seconds left. Riley underneath trying to work some hand control. Etherington with that hard, tight waist, now a head lever, and he's got Riley going to his back. And I'll tell you what, that looked pretty easy right there. Head lever. Tell you what, he came with the tight waist, popped Riley off his base, put that arm over his head and slapped Riley to his back. And now with 13 seconds left to go, Riley cannot get pinned here, Jamie. You know, you can get tech fall here. That's at 5 versus 6. 5 seconds left to go. And Etherington looking close for the fall, and that's going to do it. 3, and it's going to be a 13-0 lead for Etherington. So let's see whose choice it is. Yeah, we're going to go neutral. Takedown's going to make this, takedown will put this thing in the books by Etherington. And let's see.
Your back.
Yeah, just don't, that's right. You can give up 2 here, but don't give up 2 to your back. There's a 2-on-1 Russian tie by Riley. He's trying to control that, a sweep single attempt to the left side of Etherington. Now Etherington dives in on a single, and Riley trying to scramble out of it. That's 2, and that's the match. So 23-6. And we will not see Sam Phillips at 126, Jamie. We're going to see Zach Meyer. So not quite sure what Coach Voss has. Zach Meyer at 126. Last time Sam Phillips took on Max Forsyth and only won 4-0. So this is Forsyth and Meyer. So this is not a gimme here in anybody's book. Sam Phillips had 1 takedown, won 4-0. So Zach Meyer with a duck under, and Forsyth hits him with a headlock off the edge of the mat. Again, that's not where you want to be. Got to stay low level. Again, Forsyth very tall, lanky. There's a double by Forsyth. Front headlock now by Meyer. Let's see if we can get the corner cut. Forsyth's trying to control that elbow. Zach Meyer with a go behind, and Forsyth catches him with his left arm, and they're going to be neutral back to the center of the mat. So a good scramble. I'll tell you, this Forsyth is long and lanky. Zach Meyer, he wrestled 132 last week, JV. He's wrestling 126 here today. So Coach Voss switching up his lineup. And there's a snap by Meyer. He's got Forsyth down on the mat. Let's see if he can make this front headlock work. He'll try to windmill Forsyth out of it. And Forsyth controls that right elbow. And Meyer cannot cut the corner. Meyer's been in a couple opportunities to score some points here. And the long, lanky Forsyth has kept Meyer away. Again, you don't want to get caught in a throwing match here. Got to stay low level. Zach Meyer doing a good job working hands. Now an underhook, overhook by Forsyth, underhook by Meyer. Now snap down by Meyer, front headlock again. He's going to hit a go behind. Let's see if he can make it work. And once again, Forsyth squares him up. 36 seconds. Meyer still back to work on that front headlock. Now front headlock by Forsyth. So Meyer's got to control that right elbow of Will Forsyth. Referee looking close. Forsyth trying to cut the corner on Meyer. Meyer latches onto a single. Now Meyer's got Forsyth in a double. Take him to his back, Zach. Throw a half in. Keep the arm. Oh, he missed it right there. Boy, he had Forsyth. Now he's got a chicken wing on Forsyth. He's driving Forsyth. He's got Forsyth on his back. This would be huge. Picking up some back points. Got to get 2 out of it. Got 2. Nice job by Zach Meyer. Picked up the 2 and 2. And let's see whose choice is going to be. He's going to defer over. He's going to defer over to Forsyth. And Coach Williams there is going to look over at the score. And he's going to go talk to the timer. 2 back, you bet. So Meyer defers over to Forsyth. And let's see where Forsyth decides to go. He's going to go down. All right, Zach Meyer, lock up that chicken wing again. 12-4, Assumption is up over Alburnett. There's a stand-up by Forsyth. Meyer sagging, hanging on. Now Forsyth, Meyer gets a little bit high, so Forsyth's going to reach up and grab the head of Zach Meyer, pull him underneath. Meyer's got to square up now, and that's going to be a 1-point stand-up by Forsyth. He'll pick up the 1-point escape. Now it's 4-1. Back to neutral we go. 1:37 left. Forsyth now giving a lot of pressure to Zach Meyer. I'll tell you what, there's a huge size difference here between Zach Meyer and Max Forsyth. 1:28 left to go. Second period. Our dual meet score is 23-6 in favor of the Comets. The Comets have come out here with a lot of mojo, and they're taking advantage of bonus points. Zach Meyer with the front headlock on Forsyth. Let's see if he can cut the corner again. Well, keep circling, Zach Meyer. Step over the legs. Be careful here. You don't want to give up 2. He's going to step in between the legs. Let's see if he can Turk him. Going to step over the legs of Forsyth and pick up 2. And now up on top, right, an inside wrist on the left. Actually, it's a double inside wrist. Meyer trying a far side cradle on Forsyth. Let's see if he can lock it up. He's got Forsyth going to his back. He's a little bit high. He's way high with the cradle. Forsyth is going to try to shake him down. Boy, he got to bail out Zach Meyer. Got way too high. Now he's going to give up a 2-point reversal, making it 6-3. Boy, he locked up that cradle and got way high. And Forsyth almost went around the leg and around the head and took Meyer to his back. Now Forsyth steps inside the right leg of Zach Meyer, and he's got Meyer going to his back. And Meyer now in a scramble. 7 seconds left to go. Forsyth trying to cross-face Meyer to his back. Meyer may pick up a 2-point reversal. Kick your leg free, Zach Meyer. There's a 2, and time's going to run out. Going to pick up 1, loss of control. All right, it's going to be Meyer's choice. Start the third period. Let's see where they go. Zach Meyer's going to go down. 7-3. Need some big points here, Zach Meyer. Clear your hands, get back to your feet. Tell you what, this Forsyth is a unorthodox wrestler, Jamie, and those are the ones that scare you.
Yeah, they really are. And you saw Sam Phillips kind of struggle with Forsyth last week, winning that match just 4-0, I believe. So, he's a good wrestler. Zach Meyer's just got to keep working here.
1:39 left to go. Meyer up 7-3. Trying to get the Hawks back on the go here. Weight class 132 coming up. And we'll see who the Hawks put out on the mat at weight class 132. Sit out, turn in by Meyer, and he's going to pick up 1. 8-3 now. 8-3. 1:16 left to go. A couple of quick takedowns here in Zach Meyer. There's a nice sweep single by Meyer. Let's see if he can finish it. The tall, lanky Forsyth reaches over the top of Meyer, picks up his right ankle. Let's see if Meyer can finish this thing. Now he circles, spiked that left knee, circled behind. Now he cuts across. Let's see if he can score 2. There's 2.
Do it again.
Nice job. 10-3 now. We got to cut him loose. We got coaches saying cut him. And he's got 43 seconds. Now he's going to circle out in front of Forsyth. He's got a butcher in. Maybe he could circle. He's got a butcher. He's got the right arm of Forsyth trapped. And now he's going to set up a chicken wing. 32 seconds left. He's got a chicken wing down the left side, an inside wrist on the right. Get out there and run it. Oh, boy, potentially dangerous.
Go both up.
Got to go both up. Cut him. He's going to cut him. Now it's 10-4. Takedown's going to make this a major. Here's what we talked about. Those big points here in a big-time duel. This is a big-time duel. There's Forsyth trying to headlock on Meyer. And Forsyth's going to pick up. No points yet. Pull your head out, Zach Meyer. Meyer's going to try to pull his head out. He's got 11 seconds. Pull his head out. He's going to pick up 2. There's the 2. Now ride him out. Boy, that was close. Forsyth almost hit Meyer with a headlock. Zach Meyer had to scramble out of it.
It's a good major there.
That's good major, 23-10.
That'll get rid of some of them points. Not 23-10.
What's that?
It wasn't 23.
No, their dual meet score 23-10. 12-4. Match score 12-4. All right, Connor Wickman lost by fall, Jamie, to Jake Nigel. So I'll tell you what, that was a fall in 5:15. Jake Nigel had a takedown. And there's Connor Wickman in on a takedown. I got to finish it. He's still got that ankle, did a nice job. Let's see if he can finish it. He's got that. That's 2 right there. Nice job by Connor Wickman. Picked up a takedown on Nigel. That's what the doctor ordered right there. A senior stepping up here, Jamie. 2 seniors stepping up. Zach Meyer.
Do it for 6 minutes.
And you got to keep wrestling here. You know, you could turn the tide right here with a win. You could cut that difference in 2 here with a fall. 23-16. Wickman doing a nice job riding on top. He's got an inside wrist on the right. Spiral ride. Great position to be in if you got the lead. Inside stand up by Nigel. And Wickman's going to cut him loose. Back to action we go. 2-1 now in favor of Connor Wickman. Again, the Battle of Waterloo right here in downtown Waterloo. Tell you what, the great atmosphere for wrestling.
Nice shot.
That was a good shot right there. Wickman's up, moving nice, Jamie. I like that. Got to be careful on the whistle here. And these Charles City wrestlers just a little bit unorthodox in their approach. So you really got to tighten everything up. You got to shoot good shots, set them up first, shoot good shots, finish them. Assumption up 15-4 on Alburnett. Right now our dual meet score is 23-10 in favor of the Comets. There's an underhook by, I don't think you want to be here if you're Connor Wickman. And maybe you do. As Connor Wickman tries a lateral drop Nigel on the edge of the mat. If you're going to throw that, that's a good place to throw it. Assumption winning by a fall. They go up 21-4. So Alburnett finding the going just a little bit rough against the Knights. 4 seconds left to go here, first period. And we're going to go to the second period with Connor Wickman up 2-1. It's going to be Nigel's choice. He's going to choose down. This is Jake Nigel. Seth Nigel is a senior. He will wrestle at 160 against Jake Voss. Started weight class here, 220. There's a 1-point escape by Nigel. Now we're tied up at 2s. And that's a good place for Connor Wickman to be. You don't want to give up 2. Give up 1, tie it up, and then wrestle this thing on your feet. Connor Wickman feels perfectly comfortable on his feet. controlling elbows. Elbow pass attempt by Wickman right there. Maybe a high crotch off that elbow pass, Jamie. Maybe fake that elbow pass and come back with a high crotch. Nigel has not taken an offensive shot yet. It has been all Connor Wickman on his feet. Now double underhook by Nigel, and off the edge of the mat we go. Back to the center. Weight class 132, front headlock by Wickman as Nigel goes to all four knees. Wickman's got Nigel in a front headlock. He's got Nigel going to his back. He's got Nigel on his back, Jamie Vasky. Let's see if he can get the fall. He's got to tighten up this drive cradle. He's got to tight. The referee's down, looking close. 58 seconds, a lot of time left. The referee can't get good. Yes! There's the fall! Yes! There's the fall by Connor Wickman. That's sweet revenge right there for the senior from West Delaware. Nigel went to one knee, and Wickman went to the front headlock and said, okay, thank you very much, I'll take that. Went to that cross knee pick, drive cradle, and got in great position. I was afraid our official wouldn't get in good enough position to call that.
He was trying. He was going every which way trying to find the best position to be in there, and he finally got it, and a great job there by Connor Wickman. Now we're going to see Bo Vasky up. He's taking on Wyatt Forsythe. So Wickman goes from being pinned, I believe, right?
To being pinned to getting a pin.
Getting a fall, so that's huge for the Hawks.
And now Bo Vasky, last time these two wrestled, this should be Wyatt Forsythe. Last time these two wrestled, it was a 16-6 major. And we talked about how, I think I made the comment about Bo Vasky not being a morning wrestler. We'll see what kind of evening wrestler Bo Vasky is, 7:30. He's had plenty of time to wake up during the course of the day. There's a fireman's carry attempt by Forsythe, and nicely blocked off by Vasky. Dual meet score now 23-16. There's a deep high crotch by Forsythe. He got in deep, cut across to a double, and picked up two on the takedown. Now he's going to try to step across and Turk Vasky, and Vasky scissors his legs, crawls forward, but now he's got some work to do to get those points back. Again, if you're Bo Vasky here, you just want to keep this thing. Now it's 2-1. There's that high crotch again by Forsythe, and he goes right to Kelly, and he picks up two. Boy, he is really, really good with that high crotch series to the left side of Bo Vasky, and he's going to cut Vasky loose again, 4-2. Vasky's going to have to switch his stance, Jamie. As Forsythe is shooting to that left side of Bo Vasky, and Vasky's content with tying up to him on that side. He's going to have to switch his stance and lead with that other. There's a sweep single by Vasky. He's in deep with it. Let's see if he can turn it into two, and that's how you beat that shot. That's how you beat that, Jamie. You go on the offensive.
Well, you do, and you can't sit back on your heels and think, you know, he's already taken me down twice. Now I just got to not let him take me down. You got to get on the offense here.
And once again, Vasky gets his left arm caught, and Forsythe is going to take him down again. Boy, he just kind of drops in, and Vasky lets him have that left arm, and I'll tell you what, that just presents all kinds of problems. You know, you can't let him control that arm. Short sit out by Vasky. Let's see if he can score 1 point, close the gap, cut the gap in half here, and that's going to do it. First period over. And Vasky's going to go down. And second period underway. Short sit by Vasky. And inside stand up, and Forsythe is just going to let him go and say, you know what, I'll wrestle you on my feet, 6-3. Vasky now with the 2-on-1 Russian tie to the right side of Forsythe, and he drives Forsythe off the edge. It's a lot better job controlling those arms, controlling the elbows, and not letting Forsythe attack that left side with that fireman's high crotch series. Underhook now by Forsythe, overhook by Vasky, and Vasky backs out of the overhook. Now goes back, there's that high crotch again, one more time. Now Vasky comes with a crossface, that's a lot better. Got that crossface in this time instead of letting Forsythe control that arm off that high crotch. 1:19 left to go. Second period, weight class 138. The Hawks are scrapping, they're battling, they're trying to come back. Charles City went out to a commanding lead. It was 23-6 at one point, and the Hawks have scored. The Hawks have got 10 straight points. So they've cut the lead to 23-16. Now Bo Vasky's trying to keep this thing close. 53 seconds left. It's period number 2, weight class 138. We're going to get a stalemate. That's better action. It's going to be Vasky's choice in the third period. Boy, if he can just sneak a takedown here and close this thing to 6-5, and then take it to the third period. There's that high crotch again by Forsyth. Nice down block this time by Vasky. He stuffs the head of Forsyth. Forsyth tries to switch off to a single. And Vasky does a nice job getting his head up and getting his leg back. 120, long shot by Vasky. And a down block by Forsyth. 15 seconds left to go. I'd like to see Vasky shoot that sweep single, Jamie, to that right side of Forsyth.
Yeah, and he's leaving it right there. It's wide open on that right. It'd be the left side of Forsyth.
Yep.
But he's leaving that right leg there. Hopefully Vasky can hit it. He's going to pull that leg, but he's going to run out of time. He had the right idea because Forsyth's leaving it there, and Forsyth's going to choose down. Start this third period. He leads it 6-3. After this match, we'll look around the mats and let you know what all the scores are of all the dual meets.
1 point stand up by Forsyth, and he's going to score 7-3. He's got that left arm of Bo Vasky tied up again. That's where you don't want to be if you're Bo Vasky. He's blocking him off with that head. Now Vasky shoots a high crotch. He's got the right knee of Forsyth. Let's see if he can finish it off the edge of the mat. I'd like to see Vasky snap that head down, maybe a front headlock. Here comes Forsyth with a front headlock, trying to front headlock on Bo Vasky. Again, 7-3 is your score. There's that high crotch by Forsyth, down block by Vasky. Nice job, minute 20 left to go. Vasky now with the front headlock on Forsyth. Let's see if we can cut the corner. Forsyth controlling that right elbow of Bo Vasky. Vasky has to square off, and now back to our feet we go. Very strategically planned. There's a nice shot by Vasky. He's in on a single. Head to the inside. Forsyth draped over the top of him. Here's that scramble situation. Vasky's going to sit back and try to turn Forsyth to his back. Boy, step over and pick up your 2. There's a 2-point takedown. Boy, that was close. Vasky's really good. He got that single. He came up through the legs of Forsyth. Sit out, turn him by Forsyth. And Forsyth is going to try to score 1, and Vasky pulls himself back behind, 7-5. There's a stand up by Forsyth. He's going to score 1. Boy, something feet to back here, Bo Vasky. 8-5. 27 seconds left to go. Bo Vasky needs a takedown in a huge way right here. Go back to work on that shot. 21 seconds left to go. Not much to lose here. Vasky heavy on the head of Max Forsyth. 13 seconds left to go. There's that duck under by Forsyth. And he's going to pick up 2. 10-5 is your score, and that's going to do it. But I'll tell you what, last time that was 16-6. So that's an improvement. You're only going to give up 3 instead of 4. So it's going to be 26-16.
Real quickly here, as we look around the mats here, is Alburnett trailing Davenport Assumption 24-4. Indianola leading over Waterloo West 34-12. A.D. Amadell is leading Columbus 33-22. West Des Moines Valley leads Union 19-12. Pleasant Valley with a 24-20 lead over Cedar Falls. And remind you that West Delaware and Battle of Waterloo coverage on KMCH brought to you by East Buchanan Telephone, Gavilan Grain, State Farm Insurance, the Julie Smith Agency in Manchester, and Wapsie Valley Creamery in Independence.
All right, Jamie, last time these two did not wrestle. Mason Steffen picked up a 4-foot as and Charles City.
This isn't Alex Mitchell either.
This is
Hedvik.
I think that
I think the D.
V-E-D-T is a long E and a silent D. Veet, I think that's Veet. So Riley Ryan's got some work to do as Hektveit took him right down, and now he's got him going almost to his back in a drive cradle. So it's a 2-0 lead for Charles City here. They're up 26-16. And the Hawks, I think, Jamie, have got to win this match right here. This will be one of those matches to turn the tide here, but Riley Ryan's got some work to do here. Very short, stocky, strong-looking Hektveit from Charles City. He's a junior. And he's riding a hard, tight waist, sitting over the left ankle of Riley Ryan. Now short stand-up, inside stand-up attempt by Ryan, and Hektveit bumps him forward, and back to the mat they go. 31 seconds left to go, first period. Very physical on top, this Charles City Comet wrestler. And we'll see if Riley Ryan's got an answer. 19 seconds left to go. I don't think you want to take down again, Jamie, if it's your choice. There's a butcher attempt by Hektveit, and he's got that shoulder of Riley Ryan posted, and he's getting back points right now. Riley Ryan is on his back, Jamie, as time runs out. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, that looked awful easy. Hektveit's choice, let's see what he decides to do. He's going to defer over. I think you got to go both up. Don't want to go back underneath. It's 5-0. So Riley Ryan with his work cut out for him. And this junior from Charles City, very short, very stocky, looks very strong. There's a double by Ryan. Hard down block by Hektveit. Tell you what, that's some powerful hips right there. As he put those laces down. Let's see if Ryan can flip him to his back in that. Got to be careful there. Boy, had him. Boy, just had to pull that head down, and boy, he had that Okie State cattle catcher on momentarily and just couldn't quite get the head down. There's a long single. No points yet. Ryan's going to try to roll through. He gave him 2, but I think he's going to, now there's 2. He gave him 2, then he wiped it off and gave him 2 there. 7-0 now.
5-0 should be. No, it's 7, you're right.
So, I'll tell you what, West Delaware Hawks, Jamie, this will be a character test for them before this is over.
And just while the action slows down here with Riley and Hektveit, we got a good matchup over on the Assumption Alburnett match, as you got number 2 in Class 1A, Hunter Washburn, and number 1 in Class 2A, Eric Clark, going at it. Washburn from Alburnett, Clark from Davenport Assumption. Washburn leading that match 2-1.
Yeah, that's the matchups everybody likes to see, and you know, this is the tournament where you're going to get them. So 26 seconds left to go. Riley down underneath, and he's having a tough time right now, Jamie. That Hektveit is very, very strong, very physical, and tell you what, he's got to find an answer. Hektveit's going to circle out in front of him. Riley Ryan could back out and score a point here. Hektveit's going to try to crowd him. Ryan's going to score a point there. And that's a 1-point escape. It's going to be Hektveit's choice to start the third period. He's going to choose down. Well, if you're Riley Ryan, got to work a pinning combination of some sort.
You got to try to get yourself back in this match here. Work tough on top.
And there's a sit-out turn-in by Hektveit, and that was pretty simple. Set out, hip highs, came to his feet, picked up 1. And we've got to go back to work now. 8-1. You know, if you're Riley Ryan, you want to get a takedown here. You don't want to give up 1. Then you're talking about bonus points. Right now you've got that 10-point deficit. You know, you can kind of, 2 pins, you take the lead. You give up a major here, it's 30-16. Then 2 pins, you're still down by 2. There's a fireman's carry. He's in deep. Let's see if he can finish it. And Jamie, that's a thing right there where you're just not, if you're Riley Ryan, you just don't look strong enough to finish it.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, Hektveit is very strong, and you can tell just by the way, you know, Riley Ryan was deep on a shot, and he was able to just down block and come around and score there for another 2-point takedown, and now it's a 10-1 lead for Hettvik.
And Ryan needs to score 1 point here to take that major away. Well, it's still 10-2. That's 8. Needs a takedown here. 45 seconds left to go. If you're Hettvik, you're going to go on the defensive right now. If you're Riley Ryan, you've got to go on the offensive in a big time. There's a double. Let's see if you can finish it this time. Boy, got in deep. Got in deep and just not strong enough to finish that shot. Is going to give up a 2-point takedown, 12-2 with 27 seconds left. 12-2, working on a major decision. And again, coming up at weight class 152 is Tim Tutton, and he lost Zach Milks last time. Tim Tutton lost 9-3. So, you know, this is going to be a match where you're not favored. Another match where you're not favored to win. So the Hawks now down 30-16. 30-16. And we'll see what Tim Tutton's won, that he could get the job done here, Jamie. And let's see if this is, we'll check our scoreboard. Let's see if this is Milks.
Yes.
This is Milks again. Zach Milks, he's a senior. Tim Tutton is a senior. 152. Started at weight class 220, so you've got 52, 60, 72, 82. You've got 5 matches left. The Hawks are not out of this mathematically. They are still in it. I'll tell you what, you know, 5 decisions is 15. That's 31-30. You've got to have some bonus points at some point, and you can't give up any. You can't give up any more losses. 152. Tim Tutton, the senior, taking on Zach Milks, the senior. And Tim Tutton is explosive. And if he can penetrate and shoot that double and finish that, there's a long double by Milks. He's in deep. And a hard whizzer by Tutton on the edge of the mat. And nice job by Tutton as he squared up. Now he's got an overhook on Milks. And Milks tries a high crotch, and he catches Tutton, and he throws Tutton to his back. And Tutton's going to give up 5 off of it. That's a 5-point move right there. Boy, just saying, Tim Tutton fought off that single with an overhook. I'll tell you what, Milks pinched that arm and caught Tutton, took him right to his back with it. And Tim Tutton's got some work to do now. Down 5-0. One-point escape by Washburn. It's now 3-1. So the battle of the number ones. Hunter Washburn from Alburnett, Eric Clark from Assumption. All right, 18 seconds left to go. Chicken wing now on the left side. Zach Milks has a chicken wing on Tim Tutton on the left side. Nice short sit out by Tutton, takes the wing away. Knee slide by Tutton. And Milks slaps the chicken wing on him one more time, and the Hawks are leaving their arms behind here. They've got to do a little bit better job of clearing their arms.
Yeah, they do. And over there, I believe Hunter Washburn's going to win that match 5-1 over Eric Clark. So Alburnett's going to pick up 3 more points to score over there now 24-7 in favor of Davenport Assumption. But Milks here against West Delaware is going to choose down, and he's going to get a 1-point escape on Timmy Tutton. So Tutton's got to go to work here.
He certainly does, and Zach Milks has been very opportunistic with the shot. Boy, really working the head of Tim Tutton right now, and Tim Tutton wrestling very conservatively right now. Has not taken a shot. Usually he comes out and takes 2 or 3 shots right away. There's his first shot, single. Nice shot. He's in deep. Again, the down block, the hips of the Comets are giving the Hawks fits here. And Milks backs up, and Tutton has to let go of the leg. There's a shuck Snap down attempt by Milks. Now re-snap by Tutton. Let's see if he can make this front headlock work. He's got a front headlock. And he's trying to cut the corner on Milks. Milks controlling that right elbow of Tutton. Tutton's got to reach back and pick up that. Oh boy, he didn't want to do that right there. Boy, Tutton tried to come up and go over the top of Milks, and Milks just squeezed that, trapped that right arm, and took him right to his back, and it's 11-0 right now. Chicken wing now by Milks. Steps across Tutton. He's got that chicken wing tight, does a snap back, and Tim Tutton goes right to his back. I'll tell you what, he's in trouble right now as Milks has Tutton on his back. That could be a fall. There's the fall. 36-16 now. Making that look awful easy. So the West Delaware Hawks are down by 20 with four matches to go. And Jamie, the last time they wrestled, they won 2 and lost 2 of these 4.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to win 4 here. They will have to win 4. There could be a West Delaware Alburnett matchup as Alburnett is down 24-7, and that will not be a cakewalk either. All right, Jake Voss taking on Seth Nigel. He's a senior. Voss with a headlock, front headlock on Nigel. And he's doing a great job cutting the corner. Let's see if he can pop his head out and pick up 2. There's a 2-point takedown by Voss. Charles City wrestling very, very well here, turning the tide on some matches. Turning the tide on a couple of matches that the Hawks won last weekend.
A nice takedown there by Jake Voss as he comes in. Now he's working that ball in the chain series, is where he's very good. So he needs to come up, really kind of spark the Hawks here.
Well, he certainly does. There's a sit-out turn in by Nigel, and Voss is going to cut him loose. And Nigel takes a headbutt, and I don't think he's bleeding. He's not bleeding, but he takes a shot right to the nose. All right, back to action we go. Again, nothing's a gimme, as you're seeing right here. Again, Nigel drops in on a single, and Voss tries to hit a go behind, but off the edge of the mat they go. And there's a shot on the whistle by Voss, and Nigel drops down to all 4s. Voss goes right back to work with that front headlock. Hits a go behind. And he's going to pick up the 2-point takedown. It's 4-1. Voss pinned Nigel in 137. And 26 seconds left to go. He's going to have to hustle. He's not going to get the fall. As Nigel is very defensive underneath, basing out. Jake Voss has a single wing on the right side. Got an inside wrist on the left side. Boy, got to be careful here trying to drive that. He got a little bit high. He's going to readjust himself. Still keeps that bulldog. That ball and chain. Now he's going to take Nigel to his back, and time's going to run out. No back points there. That's a good series. Good series. It's going to be Nigel's choice. He's going to defer over to Voss. Voss will go down. Voss will go down. Weight class 160. And Jake Voss up 4-1 after period number 1. This is Seth Nigel. There's a 1-point escape by Voss. He's going to go up now 5-1. Trying to work that front headlock again on Nigel. And a snap by Voss, and off the edge of the mat they go. Referee's going to circle him back in, which is a good thing to do. And Jake Voss, little headgear malfunction. Get that adjusted, and we're back ready to go. Nigel just drops down to all 4s, and Voss snaps him down and spins. Making it now 7-1. Jake Voss very tough on top. Goes right back to work with that ball and chain. He has the left arm of Nigel trapped between his legs. And now it goes back to a 2-on-1. Let's Let's see if he loads that up. He'll try to load it up again. Doing a nice job here, 112. Nigel stalling underneath, and the referee finally dings him. And his whole objective is to not get pinned. And Jake Voss is trying to slap him on his back. And again, he's wrestling with his head down, just reaching for something to hang on to. And we'll see if Jake Voss can go to work again with that Bulldog series. Again, Jamie, this is, if the Hawks don't win this, it'll be a good learning experience. You can't ever take anything for granted, and you gotta wrestle. You gotta wrestle the whole match. Nice chicken wing by Voss. He's got a ball and chain with the left, chicken wing with the right. He's gonna pick up 3. Gonna pick up 3 near fall, making the score 10-1. And the Hawks really need a fall out of Jake Voss. Stalling on Nigel. Voss is gonna pick up 1. Voss goes back to work with that chicken wing. And again, Nigel belly down. That's his main objective here, is to not get pinned. And Voss is working very hard on that chicken wing on the right side. And Nigel once again blocking him off. Going to be Nigel's choice in the third period. He takes a peek over his coaches, and he's going to go back down. Jake Voss up on top. Voss looking a little bit frustrated. And there's the whistle to start the third period. A long switch attempt by Nigel. Nicely countered with a tight waist and a chop by Jake Voss, the senior from West Delaware. Ranked number 1 in the state in weight class 160, class 2A. Nigel now coming to an inside stand-up. Voss up 11-1. Going right back to work on that ball and chain series. He's going to try to trap that left arm of Nigel underneath, and he does. Now he's going to try to scoop a chicken wing on the right side. I'll tell you what, Jamie, this is stalling to the nth degree. If you've ever seen some stalling on the bottom guy. We needed our official from last weekend. Now Nigel up to all fours, comes to his feet. And Voss is going to take him back down with a back trip. He's got 1:10 left to go. Again, so far in this meet, it's been the ability of the Comets to turn the tide in a couple of big matches to get out to an early lead. And the Hawks playing catch-up. Voss now back to work on that chicken wing. He's got 49 seconds. He's got Nigel on his back, and oh boy, Nigel rolled off. He had him flat and couldn't get himself adjusted, and Nigel rolls through. It's 13-1. 38 seconds left to go. And this will be a two-point swing for Charles City as Voss pinned Nigel last Saturday. Again, we're looking for a stalling call, not getting it. 24 seconds left to go. There's a wrestler wrestling with their head down. Tell you what, he should have been disqualified a long time ago. Now Nigel getting to his feet is going to score 1. It's 13-2. Long shot by Nigel. Voss will cut the corner on this probably and pick up 2 maybe. Nigel's going to hang on to that leg. That's going to be a 2-point takedown, but it's 15-2. That's going to be only a major. It's 36-20. So the Hawks are going to need a miracle here. With 3 matches to go, they're down by 16. And tell you what, we'll see what happens here with Brent Lammers. Brent Lammers is taking on Jacob Page. And Lammers again won by a fall last week.
Gonna need another one here.
Yep, they will need a fall. Let's check it out on our scoreboard. Not posted yet. As Lammers gets his headgear tightened up, and here we go. Underway. Lammers and Page. So we got a matchup of last Saturday. Again, the Hawks won the duel 39-29. And Charles City moving their lineup around, and so far it's paid dividends. And you can see the whole objective to Charles City. They've done some coaching here. Whole objective is to matches they're not favored to stay off their backs, and it's been the matches where there's Page in on a double on Lammers. And looks like he might have a 2-point takedown on Lammers. He does. And Lammers will have to work his way out of it. He's got the right ankle of Page trapped. And let's see if he tries to take that over and come through with a sit out. He'll try to pick up 2 on the reversal. And Page is going to try to. There's 2 right there. There's 2-point reversal. As Lammers has Page on his back out of bounds. Let's see if we can pull him in. Lammers is inbounds. Page is out of bounds. And he's going to try to pull him in. Now you got to bump him out. Nice job, Brett Lammers. Nice job right there. And
a reversal. So Lammers
Page is going to be down.
Need to get something going here.
Well, you got 3 matches to go and you're down by 16. So you got to have 3 falls to win. Or 2 falls in a major. Or 2 technical falls and a pin. You got to have bonus points. The bottom line is you got to have bonus points.
Yeah.
And we got a barn burner in front of us here with Union and Valley. It's 19-18 in favor of, I'm not sure who's in the lead, in favor of Valley. Brett Lammers going to step in. He's going to, a short stand-up attempt by Page on the whistle. Lammers is going to go far knee, far ankle and try to step in on a Turk, and Page covers up. It's 2-2 after the first period. And let's see whose choice it will be. I think it'll be Brett Lammers' choice here. Brett Lammers' choice, and he's going to go down. And it's looking ever more like we'll see what happens after this match. Alburnett is down 34-7 to Assumption right now, 34-7. The Pirates are that's number 1 and 1A against number 1 and 2A, and number 1 and 2A is wrestling pretty well right now, 34-7. Lammers outside stand-up, knee slide, gets to his feet. Page tries to reach down and pick up that near ankle, and Lammers kicks it free. He's going to pick up a 1-point escape. Score now is 3-2. If Lammers does not get a fall here, this dual meet will be over. So we'll see what happens here. Over and under by Page, over and under by Lammers. We saw Lammers work this a couple of duels ago, and Page is going to back out of it. So Lammers has a good lateral drop out of that over and under. I'm not sure if that's where he wanted to be, so we're going to get a restart as Page backed off the mat. Page is back in on a double on Lammers, and Lammers comes out of the scramble. See if he can cut the corner where Page was in deep on that double. Crossface by Lammers. Crossface now to far arm by Lammers. He has Page in trouble. Might get the fall here. Page is going to try to roll out of it. Let's go, Brett Lammers. Get the fall here. 43 seconds left in the second period, and Lammers has Page on his back. Settle in. Page is going to try to wiggle his way off the mat. He's off the mat now. Boy, oh boy. When they need the edge of the mat, they find it. That's a 2-point takedown and a 3-point near fall. Makes it now 8-2 in favor of the junior from West Delaware. And 31 seconds, back to work we go here. Lammers back to work attacking the arms of, this will be this will be Jacob Page attacking the arms with an inside wrist. And again, you know what Page is thinking, just don't get pinned here. Lammers working hard, he's got that arm rolled out to a bar. And let's see if he can turn Page to his back, and second period's going to be over. It's going to be Page's choice to start the third period. And he's going to go neutral. They're going to start the third period in neutral. Page has been close to scored the first takedown. And that's been all Lammers after that. He's got 2 minutes here. Third period. Brett Lammers working for some bonus points. You got to at least score bonus points, a simple decision, and this thing is going to be all over. Comets are trying to turn the tide. There's a high crotch by Lammers. He's in deep. Let's see if he cuts across to a double. He does. Nice takedown. Page goes belly down, and Lammers is going to crawl the body. It's now 10-2. So you got your major right here. You know Brett Lammers is thinking about more. He's going to stack Page up, look for some back points on the tilt. No dice as Page goes belly down one more time. Jamie, you'll have some updates as some duels are finishing up around us after this match. 1:02 left to go. Jacob Page all belly down, playing very defensive. Brett Lammers trying to work that inside wrist. I'll tell you what, the ability of the Comets to stay off their back in these matches, which they were pinned last week. You know, you're talking about a 4-point gain. Voss won by a pin last week, got a major tonight. He won by Lammers won by a pin, and he's working on a major. 36 seconds. Going up the weight class, 182, Corey Russell. Lost a hard-fought 9-6 decision last week to Nick Jacobs. And Scott Taylor lost 7-2 to Taylor Cole. So the Hawks will have to get some payback, and it won't be easy. After Brett Lammers here, you got to keep your weight on here. You got to keep the major. And then the Hawks got to hope for 2 falls, as they were in a very, very deep hole, have kind of worked their way out of it. But when you're down 24-6, that's a major. So it's 36-24. Then you got to go the tiebreaker. I'm not sure what wins the tiebreaker here. I think matches. Corey Russell stepping to the mat. And this should be Nick Jacobs. He's only a sophomore. Corey Russell won the battle on his feet last week, 2 takedowns to 1. But Jacobs winning the match on the mat. There's a long shot by Jacobs. Front headlock now by Russell. And let's see if he can dump Jacobs to his side and hit the go behind for 2, and they go off the edge of the mat. 36-24. The Hawks have clawed back, but the claws just weren't quite, right now, weren't quite big enough. There's a headlock attempt by Jacobs, and that's off the edge. Thank you very much. Nice shot by Russell. I tell you what, you can't sit there. You got to finish that shot. Jacobs latched onto his head and pitched him to his side, almost in a headlock. Another long shot by Jacobs. Russell goes to a double underhook. Now tries to throw Jacobs. I'd like to see him stuff that head, Jamie, and spin behind.
Yeah, you would, because, you know, if he's able to get in there and Jacobs is going to take those shots, like you said, stuff that head and take your easy points and then go to work on the top.
And right back to work we go. Russell now on a double. Let's see if he can finish it. And he's got Jacobs going to his back. Russell has Jacobs going to his back off that double leg takedown. He climbed the body, settle in, Corey Russell. Oh, Jacobs rolls through. Boy, had the opportunity there to tee out and get the fall. And Jacobs rolled through, but Russell's up 5-0. That was a double leg takedown with a finish, and that's just what the doctor ordered there. And we're going to get potentially dangerous. And we're going to have to get a restart as the left knee of Nick Jacobs was being twisted underneath Corey Russell. Inside stand-up attempt by Jacobs, and Russell drives him forward. Now outside stand-up attempt, and Russell with a tight waist and a chop has Jacobs on his left side.
Yeah, Russell's got to, you know, you mentioned it, we got to have a couple pins here for the Hawks in order to to tie this dual meet as they're down by 12. So need a pin here and need a pin from Scotty Taylor just to tie it. And I'm not like you said. I think it comes down to wins.
I think that's
which that would tie it.
It's 7-7.
It would tie it 7-7. Then I'm not sure
then
what
it goes to falls, I think.
Which wouldn't be good for the Hawks.
No, it would not. I believe it goes to falls as the next criteria. And then bonus points, and then the whole list. All right, Jacobs is going to choose down. Again, anything other than fall here, and the Comets will win this duel. Davenport Assumption now is ahead 46-13. So that match, Assumption will move on to the championship. And right now it looks like as Jacobs gets a 2-point reversal on Russell. Actually, it was a 1, then a 2, so a 3-point move there by Jacobs. Now it's 5-3 with 1:21 left to go in the second period. So it looks like it's going to be an Assumption Comet final, barring a miracle finish here by the West Delaware Hawks. And off the mat they go. Reset. Russell down, stand up by Russell. Jacobs picks Russell up, back trips him, takes him back down to the mat. And a tight waist head lever by Nick Jacobs. Jacobs is a sophomore. I'll tell you what, Charles City has some real good young kids here. They were seventh in the traditional state tournament. They were 7th in the traditional state tournament, and they were 4th in the state duels. There's an escape by Russell. Jacobs quickly back in on a single. Is going to dump Russell to his side, making the score now 6-5. Corey Russell still up by a point. I'll tell you what, Russell looks very, very tired right now. 33-19, Union is in the lead over Valley, West Des Moines. Weight class 120. 4 seconds left to go, weight class 182. And it's going to be whose choice? It's going to be Russell's choice. He's got to go down. And you got to move. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Jacobs is going to cut him to start. And that's going to be a 1-point escape by Russell. And he will be up 7-5 now as the third period is underway. Corey Russell, go back to work on that double. Set up that double and drive Jacobs. Jacobs back in on an outside single. Nice down block by Russell. Got to stuff the head right there, Jamie Vasky. And the difference right there, see Russell, he went to that down block, but he didn't get his laces down. He posted his knee, and Jacobs is going to score a 2-point takedown and tie this thing at 7s. And there's an escape by Russell. 8-7 now, Corey Russell up. There's that long single again. Front headlock now by Russell. Let's see if he can make it work. Now there's a better down block by Russell. He's got his hips back, his laces down, and off the edge of the mat. Jacobs with a long shot. Corey Russell looking a little bit tired right here. 8-7. The sophomore from West Delaware up. Another long shot by Jacobs. Nice down block. Now you got to stuff the head and spin, Corey Russell, and pick up 2. Now he's got a front headlock, but he's going to let Jacobs in and attack that leg. Jacobs now has the left leg of Corey Russell. Jacobs is going to drive across and is going to take Russell down. It's now 9-8. 46 seconds left to go. Boy, Russell was in a great position. Russell was in a great position right there to stuff the head and spin, but he let Jacobs in on that leg, and once Jacobs got in on that leg, he picked it up and then drove Russell across and pick up the 2. 28 seconds. Russell is 1 point from tying this. Now he tries to get back to his feet. There's a switch attempt. Scoot, Corey Russell. Got two tired wrestlers out here right now. Russell trying to scoot on that switch, and a hard, tight waist by Jacobs. And Russell goes back down to his chest, and that's going to do it, Jamie Vasky. Russell got out to a 5-0 lead. Got out to a 5-0 lead and couldn't make it stand up, and he's going to lose 9-8. And that's going to be the duel right there, as mathematically the Hawks are out of it. That's going to be 39-24. And we're going to go weight class. That sealed the deal for the Comets, and we're going to weight class 195 and Scott Taylor. Update, yes. Quick update here as we've got some finals here. Assumption defeats Alburnett 58-13. Indianola over Waterloo West 43-24. Clear Lake over OABCIG 70-12. So we'll see Indianola and Clear Lake wrestle. OABCIG and Waterloo West wrestle. We'll see West Delaware take on Alburnett, and Assumption will wrestle Charles City. And the other duel, that one just finished up, as I believe Union defeated Valley West Des Moines. So it'll be Pleasant Valley as they defeated Cedar Falls 45-26. They will take on Union, who just defeated Valley West Des Moines. Cedar Falls will take on Valley West Des Moines. ADM Adele over Columbus 40-25. They'll take on Woodbury Central, who had a bye, and Waterloo Columbus will finish in 7th place. As only 7 teams in that bracket. Well, we have Taylor Cole. He's a senior from Charles City, taking on Scotty Taylor, the senior from West Delaware. This was a 7-2 win last Saturday. And Jamie, the Hawks will have their work cut out for them against Alburnett. When you look at that 170-pound match, you got number 1 ranked Dylan Winfield taking on Brett Lammers. That will be quite a match now at 152. There's just going to be some matches there that it's going to be about 5-5 and about 4 toss-ups. So we'll see that match shortly. I imagine they'll take a 10-minute break when this duel's over, and then we'll be back to action with the Alburnett Pirates taking on the West Delaware Hawks, and that's for 3rd place. I mean, you gotta really fight to win that. You don't want to go out of here 1-2 today. But again, we talked about how tough the tournament. You know, this is what it's all about. And again, this is one of those tournaments where you see where you're at, you make some notes, you plan out your practice schedule for your Christmas vacation, and then you turn it on in January. I'm telling you what, it's a short turnover. 2 weeks from tonight, the Hawks are at Decorah, wrestling Decorah.
Home.
At home, January 3rd, at home. That's 2 weeks from tonight. January 3rd, 2014. So, first period over, a lot of pushing and shoving is all. 0-0, goose eggs on the board. And let's see whose choice. It's going to be Taylor Cole's choice, and he's going to choose down. And we got a clock malfunction. And we're waiting for the clock to get reset. Again, all these clocks are computer based and computer run. And all right, there's the set. There's Taylor Cole set. Scott Taylor up on top. Taylor Cole based out on all fours, and he's going to come to a stand-up, and Scotty Taylor is going to lift him up off the edge of the mat. And we're going to get a stoppage, and we got to go back to work. Back to the center of the mat. Outside stand-up by Taylor Cole. Knees slide up. Scotty Taylor lifts him up one more time, and off the edge of the mat they go. They tell him to switch sides. See if that has any effect. Sometimes they don't look real comfortable. Scott Taylor tried to slap a cross-body right in, and I know that's not where Coach Voss wanted him. Inside stand up again by Taylor Cole. Scott Taylor latched around his waist. He's going to try to lift. And off the edge of the mat. No, it's Taylor Cole's going to score 1 point. Back to neutral we go. Comets aren't too bad, Jamie.
No, they're not. And, you know, that's we knew that coming in. And I talked to Coach Voss in the break, and he said we just got to get through this next duel. And, you know, unfortunately they're going to get through it, but they're not going to. They're going to come away with with a loss here. And Charles City, like you said, not a real bad team. As
they got a solid team. They got a couple outstanding individuals, but a solid team.
Ranked 13th in the state, so that'll probably change coming up here.
Well, I would say so. All right, 39-24 is our dual meet score. 1-0 is our match score with the senior Taylor Cole for Charles City leading with 49 seconds left to go. Scott Taylor's got to find a shot here that's going to work for him. And it's going to be his choice to start the third period. Neither wrestler has taken an attempt on their feet. They're both content to pummel, to collar tie, to control hands and wrists. And 30 seconds left. Now there's Taylor Cole in on a long shot. Scotty Taylor's going to counter that. And to his back. Scotty Taylor has Taylor Cole on his back. Let's see if he can get the fall here. Boy's in great position to get the fall. Referee down looking close. Oh boy, let Taylor Cole off his back and then gave him a 2-point reversal. That's the second one, Jamie. Cole Russell had an opportunity to get the fall. And now Scott Taylor, an opportunity to get the fall there. That's the 2 falls that you need, and that's taking advantage. That's the advantage that you need. Well, it's going to be Scott Taylor's choice, and he's got to choose down. 2 opportunities. Take advantage of the opportunities. All right, here we go. Set. Scotty Taylor set. Taylor Cole now started with a tight waist. Didn't get a caution, but our official is very slow. Well, it's our clock guy over there trying to get set one more time. Cannot seem to get 2 minutes back up on the board. And now, not sure what we're doing. They're counting all the way up to, Jamie Vasky. I think they need you down there to help them out.
Well, that's going to take a while if they got to do all
that
all the way to 2 minutes.
Couldn't get the reset to work, so
I think what happened was they were in the wrong period.
I think they're in the wrong period. Now what are they doing?
Oh my goodness, what are you doing?
Now they're counting down. All right. Not sure what they're going to do. Put your stopwatch on. Let's go. Put your stopwatch on. Okay, now we get 2 minutes on there.
Hey.
All right. Give that clock worker a round of applause. All right, here we go. Inside stand up by Scott Taylor. And he gets to his feet. And Taylor Cole latches around his waist. Off the edge of the mat they go. And let's get a restart. Another nice stand up by Scott Taylor. This would be a big win for Scott Taylor if he can come back and win this match. He's up now 6-3. He's going to come with a hard collar tie as Taylor Cole. And neither wrestler taking a shot. There's the second shot. I take that back. There's a second shot by Taylor Cole. He did take a shot at the end of that last period, and Scott Taylor made him pay for it with a 5-point move. Inside tie by Cole. Outside tie by Taylor. 1:24 left to go. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. Not much action here to start this third period. That's the last match as all the other 7 mats are done. Seems like this match has gone on for a week.
It sure has.
It has. I mean, there's a tie and a retie, and Scott Taylor's not going to shoot. I can guarantee you that. Taylor Cole may not shoot now.
He needs to, but
he
may not.
Yeah, he's down by 3. And, needs 2 takedowns. He's got 39 seconds, or needs something feet to back. And he tries a duck under. Our first duel lasted 1 hour and 4 minutes. This duel has lasted 1 hour and 39 minutes.
so far.
So far. All right, here we go. 26 seconds left to go. Hard collar tie by Taylor. Retie by Scott Taylor. 18 seconds left. No shots whatsoever. I'm surprised they should have dinged them both for stalling.
I think they're just trying to get through it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Scott Taylor's going to win 6-3, but
39-27. So Charles City reversed the tide on the Hawks, almost
very
to a
similar,
T.
yeah.
The Hawks won 39, and you talked about that after those matches, those swing matches. The Hawks got a couple swing matches back. The Hawks got a couple of swing matches back, but not enough. So 8:35 will be our last duel of the evening, and that will be West Delaware taking on Alburnett. So, Jamie, we thought we might see an Alburnett-West Delaware duel at some point during the season. Well, we're going to see it here tonight. Wrap us up here after that duel.
All right, we started at 220 pounds. Colin Weber losing by fall to A.J. Malloy in 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Richard Hevron losing by fall in 2:24 to Brody Tupy. Austin Howell losing by fall in 1:45 to Nate Lasher. That put the Comets up 18-0. The Hawks would try to get a little rally going, but then it would fall short. Patrick Woods winning by fall made it 18-6. Logan Riley losing 15-0 tech fall to Johnny Etherington. 126 Zach Meyer with a 12-4 major decision for the Hawks. That made it 23-10. Connor Whitman with a fall in 3:06. That made it 23-16 in favor of Charles City. Bovaski then lost 10-5. Riley Ryan lost 12-2, a major decision. Timmy Tutton was pinned in 3 minutes and 31 seconds. That made it 36-16. Jake Voss and Brent Lammers followed that with major decisions. Voss over Seth Nitro 15-2. Lammers over Jacob Page 10-2. And then Coy Russell losing a hard-fought 9-8 match. And Scott Taylor winning 6-3, making the final team score 39-27. As the Hawks get 18 takedowns, Charles City with 21. 4 pins for Charles City, 2 for West Delaware. 3 major decisions for the Hawks, 1 for Charles City, 1 tech fall for Charles City, 0 for the Hawks. And Charles City wins 8 matches, West Delaware wins 6. So what we're going to do, the Hawks will take on Alburnett. We'll follow that match live right here on KMCH.com. We're going to start at 8:35. That's 10 minutes from now. So we'll be back with that duel in just a little bit. You're listening to West Delaware Wrestling on KMCH.com.